gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and...
The Honor 500 series has definitely gone a bit over the top this time. You could say it exceeds expectations, but I'd personally call it something simpler: sincerity. And what does sincerity mean? It's that feeling you get after actually using a product when you step back, think about the price, and realize there's really nothing major to complain about. It's the kind of sincerity where even if you're not an Honor fan, you can't just ignore what these phones are offering at this price point. So how exactly do the Honor 500 and 500 Pro pull this off? A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. Hey everyone, let's dive straight into the camera, arguably the main highlight of the Honor 500 series. Both the Honor 500 and 500 Pro share almost identical camera performance. The Pro mainly stands out in real-world handling, but in terms of pure image quality, they're pretty much the same. We shot hundreds of sample photos with our model just to really understand what the 500 Pro's camera can do, especially when it comes to portraits, because that's the big question. Can it win over users in this price segment? In bright outdoor conditions, using the front portrait mode with default beauty and background blur, the phone outputs 4K live portraits right out of the gate. The model's skin tones look natural, and even when you zoom in, you don't see obvious algorithm marks. The only thing that still needs work is the hair blending into the background in certain low contrast areas. It could definitely be better. Surprisingly, the front camera performs even better at night. The model's face remains clear, the skin tone stays natural, and the beauty algorithm doesn't leave visible traces. It even brightens the subject intelligently. The overall layering and contrast at night actually look better than what you get in the daytime. Rear portrait shots also hold up well. At night, background blur and hair cutout accuracy improve even more, and the live portrait output looks great overall. Skin tone, hair separation, lighting, background treatment, everything feels polished. Honor also added some fun live image features this year. There's a passerby removal option, plus frame-breaking special effects. You can even stitch multiple live photos together and overlay cutouts. When used right, these effects can give you some seriously impressive results. Beyond portraits, the 200-megapixel main camera uses the HP3 sensor. In daylight, when you switch on the full 200-megapixel mode, the details are excellent. The overall image looks natural without artificial over-sharpening. Purple fringing on tree branches is also nicely controlled. Night photos are clean and atmospheric too. Yes, the edges show minor smearing compared to daylight shots, but the overall feel matches what your eyes see in the moment. We tested AIGC enhancements on portraits and buildings, and the difference is clear. In daytime portrait mode with AIGC on, you can see extra detail in the model's hair compared to shots without it. Zooming to 6x activates the AIGC ultralight telephoto mode. Whether day or night, the improvement is significant. Better clarity without that harsh algorithm look. It's more than just boosted sharpness. It genuinely compensates for hardware limitations, and it's a noticeable upgrade over the previous generation. So, when it comes to the Honor 500 series, this camera system doesn't just look good, it's fun to use. Powered by that 200-megapixel HP3 main sensor, the foundation of the entire imaging experience is solid. Now, moving beyond the camera, let's talk about the overall design of the Honor 500 Pro. I really like what Honor has done this time. It doesn't have that old or overly traditional feel. Instead, it looks young, modern, and genuinely fresh, something Honor has struggled with in the past. Their older flagship designs often felt a bit too flashy, while the digital series sometimes lacked that premium vibe. But with the 500 series, Honor finally nailed the balance. There's a youthful charm to it, almost like a fresh fruit flavor. The unibody cold-carved flat screen design really elevates the feel in your hand. The color options are bright and refreshing, and the horizontal camera module is comfortable no matter how you hold the phone. It never gets in the way. The Honor 500 series packs an 8,000 mAh battery, yet somehow it doesn't compromise the in-hand feel at all. Honestly, when it comes to looks and design, I think this is the best generation Honor has ever delivered in its digital lineup. It's genuinely beautiful. Moving on to performance, we ran a full round of tests. This is where the biggest difference between the standard model and the Pro becomes clear. The regular 500 runs on the 8S Gen 4, while the Pro steps up to the 8 Elite. Let's start by pushing the standard version a bit. In Genshin Impact, With phantom frame stabilization turned on, the max frame rate jumps from 60 FPS to 90 FPS. After a while, it does drop from 90 to around 40, but once the phone cools down, it goes right back to 90. The way it adjusts performance feels pretty reasonable. And of course, lighter games like Honor of Kings or PUBG Mobile aren't a challenge at all for the standard model. We also tested the Pro model, and this one naturally performs better thanks to the stronger chip and the same frame stabilization feature. In Genshin Impact, it holds an average of 90 FPS, reaching a max temperature of around 41.3 degrees Celsius. In other heavy titles, it averages a little over 50 FPS, and after the test, the peak temperature touches 42.3 degrees Celsius. Even in Zone 0, the performance stays impressive. After half an hour, the average frame rate is about 59.7 FPS with the same 42.3 degrees Celsius peak. Simply put, this phone can handle mid to high load games without breaking a sweat. If all you play are lighter mobile titles, the standard model is more than enough, but if you're a heavier gamer, the Pro is the better choice. Quick side note, while testing, we paired the phones with Honor's Ear Clip Headphones 2 Pro. They're comfortable, they don't pinch your ears, they don't introduce any noticeable delay, and they even support noise cancellation. The price should be fairly reasonable too, and overall the experience is solid for its class. Now let's talk battery life. Both phones come with a massive 8,000 milliamp hour battery. The Pro adds 50 watts wireless charging and 27 watts reverse charging. The battery tests speak for themselves. This thing just refuses to die. With a battery this big, you simply don't get battery anxiety anymore. About that 27-watt reverse charging, most people probably won't need it, but we tested it anyway. We used the Pro to charge an iPhone 17 that had completely powered off. It hit 20% in just 10 minutes and 46% in 30 minutes. In an emergency scenario, that's more than enough. Seriously, domestic brands are getting wild. Honor has been building features that work seamlessly with the Apple ecosystem, and now their phones can even charge Apple devices quickly. Honor's eye protection system this year is also on another level. It gives you several thoughtful reminders. If you stay in a dark environment too long, it prompts you. If you're holding the phone too close, it detects it and warns you. If you unknowingly keep your head down for too long, it tells you to correct your posture. And if you stare at the screen continuously without resting, it reminds you to take a break. It even detects if you're lying on your side and suggests a healthier viewing angle. This is exactly where AI should shine, solving real problems with genuinely useful features. Looking back at the Honor 500 series, it's not trying to tell some dramatic story or promise flashy, leapfrog breakthroughs. Instead, it focuses on fixing the weaknesses typical in this price category. It improves the things people feel the most in daily use. The camera no longer struggles, the design looks younger, the performance difference between models is clear, the battery life feels like a blessing, and eye protection AI ties it all together. There's really no major flaw you can point at. Whether Honor's flagships can beat the absolute top players in the industry is a separate debate. But within their own price range, the Honor 500 and 500 Pro are genuinely impressive. They deliver that sense of confidence and polish, an upgrade that even feels a bit beyond expectations. It may not be the kind of phone you think about all the time, but once you actually use it, you'll realize it's hard to dislike and even harder to ignore. And maybe that's exactly the kind of impression Honor has needed to reclaim. All right, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in the next one. Wishing you all the best. Bye.